Hello, English learners. Welcome back to the podcast. Today, we are going to do something special. We are going to practice slow listening. I am going to talk about a very relaxing topic, my weekend. I will speak slowly and clearly. Can you understand every word? Let's find out. On Saturday morning, there was no alarm clock. Think about that for a moment. No loud, annoying sound waking you up early. It was completely quiet. I opened my eyes naturally at 8 a.m. The bedroom was warm and the morning sun was shining softly through the window curtains. I stayed in bed for a few extra minutes, just enjoying the comfort and the peaceful feeling of a free day. There was absolutely no rush. Finally, I stood up and walked to the kitchen. My feet were bare on the cool floor. On Saturdays, the kitchen feels different than on workdays. It feels slower. I decided to make a fresh cup of coffee. I put the coffee beans into the machine. Then, the rich, wonderful aroma of warm coffee began to fill the entire room. It is one of my favorite smells in the world. I poured the hot coffee into my favorite ceramic mug. I did not take it to my computer. I did not check my phone for emails or messages. Instead, I walked over to the living room window. I sat down in a comfortable chair and held the warm mug with both hands. I took a slow sip. It tasted perfect. Outside, the street was quiet. A few birds were singing in the trees, and the sky was a clear, beautiful blue. I just sat there for 20 minutes, drinking my coffee, thinking about nothing at all, and enjoying the stillness of the morning. It was the perfect start to the weekend. In the afternoon, the weather was beautiful, so I decided to go outside. The sky was still a bright, clear blue, and there was a gentle, cool breeze. I put on my favorite walking shoes, grabbed a light jacket, and left my home. I walked toward a large public park that is not too far from my house. It takes about 15 minutes to walk there, and the journey itself was very pleasant. When I arrived at the park, I felt instantly happy. There was so much vibrant green color everywhere. The grass looked fresh, and the tall, old trees were swaying gently in the wind. There were also beautiful flower beds filled with red, yellow, and purple flowers. I chose a long, winding walking path and just started walking at a very slow, relaxed pace. I was not exercising for speed. I was walking just to enjoy nature. As I walked, I looked at the people around me. The park was alive with quiet activity. I saw an elderly man sitting on a wooden bench, reading a thick book. A young family was sitting on a large blanket on the grass, having a small picnic and eating sandwiches. A few small children were running around and laughing, trying to catch a colorful ball. Everyone looked relaxed and happy to be outside in the fresh air. I walked along the path for about 1 hour. I listened to the sound of the leaves rustling in the trees and the birds singing high up in the branches. I did not listen to music or look at my phone. I just focused on the world around me. Moving my body in nature felt wonderful. It helped clear my mind and made me feel completely peaceful. When I arrived back home after my long walk, I noticed that I was starting to feel quite hungry. Walking in the fresh air always gives me a good appetite. It was around 6 p.m. which is the perfect time to start preparing a nice evening meal. On weekends, I really enjoy cooking because I have the time to take things slow and enjoy the process instead of rushing to make something quick after a busy workday. I decided to make one of my absolute favorite comfort foods, a fresh pasta dish. First, I put a large pot of water on the stove to boil and added a pinch of salt. While the water was heating up, I chopped some fresh vegetables on the cutting board. I sliced some ripe red tomatoes, a sweet yellow bell pepper, and a bit of garlic. Then, I heated some olive oil in a pan and gently fried the garlic and vegetables until they were soft and fragrant. The kitchen smelled absolutely amazing. Once the pasta was perfectly cooked, I drained the water and mixed the hot pasta directly into the vegetable sauce. I served it on a large ceramic plate and topped it with a little bit of grated cheese. I sat down at my dining table and ate every single bite slowly. It was simple, warm, and absolutely delicious. After finishing my dinner, I cleaned the kitchen, washed the dishes, and wiped down the counters. It always feels good to relax when the kitchen is clean. For the rest of the evening, I moved over to the comfortable living room sofa. I turned on the television and watched a light-hearted comedy movie. It was very funny, and I found myself laughing out loud. By 10 p.m., I felt pleasantly tired, so I turned off the lights and went to bed early. Sunday was a very quiet and restful day. I did not make any big plans, and I did not have anywhere I needed to go. It was a day dedicated completely to staying at home and relaxing. When I woke up, I decided to stay in my comfortable pajamas for a little while longer than usual. There is a special kind of happiness in having a completely free Sunday with no schedule to follow. In the middle of the day, I decided to do some light reading. I picked up a book that I had started a few weeks ago, but had been too busy to finish. I sat on the sofa with a warm blanket and read 3 whole chapters. The house was completely silent, except for the occasional sound of a page turning. Reading always helps me escape into another world, and it was wonderful to read without looking at the clock. After reading, I felt motivated to do a little bit of home organization. I believe that a clean environment creates a peaceful mind. I spent about an hour tidying up my bedroom and organizing my work desk. I folded some clothes, put away loose papers, and wiped down the surfaces until everything looked neat and tidy. Seeing my living space clean and organized always gives me a deep sense of satisfaction. In the evening, as the weekend was coming to an end, I wanted to connect with someone. I picked up my phone and called a close friend. We talked for about half an hour, catching up on our lives, sharing stories, and laughing about small things. It was the perfect way to wrap up a very peaceful, simple, and refreshing weekend. Now, it is your turn to speak. I want to hear all about your life and your experiences. How was your weekend? Think about the past 2 days and try to describe them using simple English words. What did you do on Saturday morning? Did you wake up early to an alarm clock? Or did you sleep in late like I did? Did you drink coffee, tea, or maybe a glass of fresh orange juice? Think about your afternoon as well. Did you go outside to a beautiful park to see the green trees and colorful flowers? Or did you stay inside where it was warm and comfortable? Did you spend time alone, enjoying the quiet stillness? Or did you visit your family and friends? If you went out, who did you see and what did you talk about? I also want to know about your evening routine. Did you cook a delicious meal at home? Or did you order food from a nice restaurant? Did you watch an interesting movie, read a great book, or perhaps listen to some relaxing music before going to sleep? Try to think of just 3 simple words to describe your weekend. For me, my words are peaceful, relaxing, and quiet. What are your 3 words? You can practice your English right now by saying your answers out loud in an empty room, or by writing them down in a notebook. Remember, practicing every day is the best way to learn a new language. Learning a new language takes time, patience, and a lot of courage. Every single minute you spend listening to this podcast, you are growing. You are building a brighter future for yourself, one word at a time. Do not worry about making mistakes. Mistakes are just proof that you are trying, learning, and moving forward. Be proud of yourself for taking this step today. You are doing an amazing job, and your English is getting better every single day. Believe in yourself, keep moving forward, and never give up on your dreams. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode. Your support means the world to me. If you found this slow listening practice helpful, please take a moment to subscribe to the podcast so you never miss a new lesson. Also, please share this episode with a friend, a family member, or anyone else who is trying to learn and improve their English. Sharing helps our beautiful community grow. Keep practicing, stay positive, and I will see you in the next episode. Goodbye, and have a wonderful week ahead.